It's early in the morning at the General Motors assembly plant in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Officially, these folks are working on job number 21,477, a white coupe. But there is something so special about this car. They will sign it. They will celebrate it. They will even save the protective wrapping that covered it. They will build this, the last of a legendary generation of Corvettes known as the C4s. It is the car that made the Corvette more famous than it ever was. It is the car that baby boomer Corvette lovers could finally own after growing up dreaming about America's sports car. It is Mike's car, the man who wanted the last C4 so much that he watched them install just about every bolt. For this is the absolute latest refinement to the dream that started 44 years and over 1 million cars ago.
This Chevrolet Corvette and the other customized models are not for sale yet. They were built to give tangible form to the drawing board ideas of today, out of which may grow the shape of things to come.
The Corvette would simply be the country sports car. That other car, well, it wouldn't be a Corvette. The Corvette would be as American, as red and white as it blew down the road after a tank full of swell ethyl gas. Each Corvette would carry on the tradition and inherit the best from earlier generations. The concept sharks of the sea would come to land to inspire the stingrays, and the C4 would be at the end of the evolutionary chain in 1984. Now the C4 would continue to change. Wheels would become ABS friendly. The round lights in the squared-off back would become squarer in a rounded back. The front would evolve as longer running lights lit up a rounded front. And the dash would change in 1990 to become less digital than in the 80s. Oh, and the engines changed too. The C4 had raced its way into the pounding hearts of drivers.
Love to haul ass.
America's first Corvette racer, Dick Goldstrand, knew the C4 was Corvette's Corvette.
V8 power. You know, torque.
Now, the best Corvette is the one in your dreams or the one that's in your garage. But experts say the C4 was the perfect Corvette for the time.
The car's a great car. They kept improving it, the performance, even the subtle tweaking of the styling of the, whether it be the interior or the exterior. The car stayed fresh. So it stayed around. People continued to buy it.
Mike Yeager's life is Corvettes. His Mid-America Designs created the official Corvette time capsule at the National Corvette Museum. And most of us have at least one of his Mid-America Designs parts in our Corvettes, for Mid-America Designs is the world's largest supplier of parts and accessories for Corvettes. He owns more than 24 prized collectible Corvettes. Well, why not? He decided to get the last child of the C4 generation, the pick of the litter.
It's my favorite generation of Corvettes, and it's the last one. It's nice to have the last. There are no more.
And therefore we meet in Bowling Green in June of 1996 to see the end of the line. It takes about a week to make a Corvette. Every bit of the assembly will be done in Bowling Green. This is the hometown of every C4 on the road. The last C4s will all be white. Actually, most of the 96 Corvettes are white. Red or black are about tied for second. The last C4 started the day with about 200 of its brothers and sisters. There are 3,000 parts in a C4, including this piece of rubber in the back, a visor in the front, and a passenger door panel on the side. Mike didn't count them all, but he sure noted them.
I mean, you see the parts and pieces, and it's really slick how it's all assembled, all the jig fixtures.
Oh, and we should also mention, Mike was happy to be here and see this.
You always think, wouldn't it be neat if it were mine or if I got to do it? And guess what? Today's my day. It's mine.
This is exciting for you, isn't it?
Can't tell, can you?
Now, to remember the hundreds of people he would meet, he had each of them sign his car as it went down the line. And that's why there's lots of names by the seat. It's why there are names by the gas tank, below the dash, and, well, every place.
The reason we're getting your autograph, if there's any problems with whoever it is in the car, I know who to go to.
In case you want to make a Corvette at home, you put in the dash fairly early in the assembly. Mike's car got that last C4 dash about 2 hours into its last day. Oh, and you don't want to make any mistakes on the last car. You see, General Motors workers walked right behind it and would tear out the equipment that was just used. Clearly, there is nothing on the line after this car. It is the absolute end of the line, the end of an era. And speaking of the end, you put the end on the car not long after you put in the dash. A worker sits on the cart that is carrying the car. She starts working on the wires, and then they put on the rear bumper. Now we have not heard of a case yet where someone took off their license plate and found a worker inside, so we do assume she does get out. And as soon as the rear end was on, the equipment came down. Next, the top support is padded, and sure, Mike said sign it.
Why did you want people to sign it?
It's history. There are people that put their heart and soul into building a car, and they deserve the recognition and just the self-satisfaction that somewhere the last 1996 Corvette, the last of the C4 car, has their name on it. They're craftsmen, all artists signed their work.
By now, Mike's last of a legend had a spark of life. Wow, the lights work. It's coming to life. And again, as it comes to life, it's lights out for the tester. The Grim Reaper team continues to tear out everything behind the car, as there will never be another C4 built. It doesn't seem possible that it's been 13 model years, more than 350,000 cars, since that very first one rolled off this line. Mike's Mid-America Designs grew to a multi-million-dollar business during the run. It's why he asked then Chevy head Jim Perkins to sign up to buy the last C4.
So I sent Jim Perkins a letter, and as well as Harry and Russ, and said, please sell me the last C4. And when Mr. Perkins got the letter, he just said, do it. Get the job done. So here I am, and out there's the car.
Of course, to pay for it, Mike thought he'd work an angle with a lady who was paying her bills on break.
Donna, make it to Jack Cawley Chevrolet. Just make it probably about $35,000, and that way I'm buying the last one. You can buy it and give it to me. Isn't that a deal? I guess, does that mean yes or no?
I gotta buy a truck.
It was both a happy time and a reflective time. There is no other Corvette like the C4.
You're building my last car today.
You got a priceless engine there. Everybody's saying.
Great, thanks.
And now on this historic day in Bowling Green, we go to the other side of the 7-mile-long assembly track to where the engine is just starting to become a part of the last C4. The V8 comes from Flint, Michigan, just to power the Vette. Like the C4, this is it for those Flint motors in Corvettes. An unknown Flint employee scribbled on the shipping tag, after 41 years, the end. The transmission now becomes a mate for life to the block, and then we have the moment of conception, the stamping of the serial number. And we don't need to tell you the importance of matching numbers on Corvettes. All this is certainly something to witness and sign. Mike got more than the customary 2 witnesses to important items. He wanted anyone who had anything at all to do with this to sign it. For behind this one, the engine hooks were empty. This was it. The engines travel a shorter route to the eventual marriage with the body. First, though, the engines will get something to go along for the ride. The last of everything comes out of the bin for the last C4. Mike watches intently. It's the kind of stuff you never really get to see unless you hang around the bottom of your car. It's also the kind of stuff you never see unless you meet the people who made your C4.